Oh, baby. Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Hey.
How are you feeling, Sickie?
Not well. I'm unwell.
What's wrong with you?
I got a cold. I feel like I was talking to my boyfriend about this. Like, I don't think I'm ready to have kids yet because they are literally just cesspools for germs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We're going to
all
have
they
to
do.
get you on, we need to get you on some peptides.
Mm-hmm. For my immune system.
Yeah, there's ones that, help with your mitochondria, making your mitochondria come back.
Powerhouse of the cell.
Exactly, making that come back to
Are
life.
you on that one?
I just ordered, 6 or 7 different peptides. I
From
was
Certified Pep.
certified pep. That's exactly right.
Not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored yet. I got the SS31 and
Did you get the Sloop one your mom was talking about?
The Sloop one. No.
I remember the way she was talking about it. She's like, and then you do the Sloop. And I was like, I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. Actually, I remember that conversation.
I'm on the tan one.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm heading to a bachelorette tomorrow down in Florida, and I got a spray tan, and it's quite literally the darkest I've been in a very long time.
You are golden.
You look great though.
Thank you. I feel like I look a little dirty, but I'm not dirty.
It's in your
Did you
head.
get the right undertone one? I did the wrong one. I feel like the first 6 months that I was getting tans back in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I switched to a different undertone color, it changed the game.
Because some of them
for
are
me.
red and then some of them are purple.
So I did the purple one. I got the Malibu Barbie hydration one.
I've
Double
never
dark.
even heard of that one.
Double dark.
Double. Why did you need double dark?
I don't know. I went in there and I just said, give me what you think I need.
I always say, give me what you gave me last time. Because it's in the system. They could just look up what you got
The girl
last
was
time.
new. She had no idea what she was doing. I actually think they may have typed it in wrong. Yeah.
Welcome back to the And Also podcast with your hosts, Shada Fasari, Madeline Guiney, and Summery Dean. So grab a drink and get cozy. You have now entered the group chat.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the And Also podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about the box theory. We're going to be talking about, is there a time when it's too soon to sleep with someone? And then lastly, I'd love to talk about why women fall in love with potential. I think these are all things that we'll be able to talk a lot about. But before we get into that.
Why? What are you saying?
We'll get into that. Before we get into that, though,
shots are fired.
if you are watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, please subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. It helps us so much, and we appreciate you. Love you so much.
Here we go.
Okay.
Also, we have a special guest with us today.
We do.
Our dear friend.
Oh, yep. We have Sophia on the mic. If you hear her behind the producer.
Wow, you just cut off my intro to
Sorry.
Sophia.
Is it on?
Yes, it's on.
This is actually perfect because we were just on a trip, all 4 of us together
Oh, yeah, we can do a recap.
in Vegas,
Yep.
which was so fun. We
So
went
fun.
for the Super Bowl weekend. Shada's family does this every single year. It's a tradition. Madeline and I have gone a couple years. I know, Sophia, you go every year, right?
Yes.
And so we haven't gone in probably 4 or 5 years. So it was, we got a call from Shada the day before saying, come on, ladies, we're going to Vegas. And it was the best trip ever. We got to talk about it. It was so fun.
Yes.
Did a little drinking, a little partying, a little business, little.
What was everybody's favorite part of the trip?
Boa Steakhouse, by far and away. I think
Oh.
the best meal I've had in a long time.
Yes.
And the food was just immaculate. I think the vibes were very high. And then we went from Boa Steakhouse, that's in the Palazzo, and in the Palazzo they have this karaoke spot that we go to Sophie, it's every year now, right? that we go to this.
The only reason we didn't go last year is because you and I got into a brawl.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait.
We did get into a brawl. It was a verbal
Karma
altercation.
reminded me because she was like, I've never done that with you guys. And I was like, no, we did it last year, right? And then she was like, oh, that was the karaoke thing Kyle kept talking about. Shada and I were in a standoff.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a Mexican standoff.
Well, this year went well.
This year there was no fights, and we did karaoke night, which is it's so fun. It's this random place that has all these rooms, and it looks kind of like you're walking into a kaleidoscope. And they put you in this room, and you have mics, and they bring you drinks and food, and you just basically perform for your friends.
I actually think we need one in Nashville.
We do.
I think the first time we went, we were like, we have to get one of these. We have to start
No, I'm
one in
pretty sure we
Nashville.
were like, your dad should
tried
invest
it
in
out.
one.
No, he would too. He was like, "Get me a business plan." We should honestly do that.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
look
look into
all
that
quit our
after this.
jobs. It'd be great.
I feel like there's something really bonding about going on a trip with like a small group. And we haven't done this in a really long time, the four of us. I was telling everybody about the trip. I went home and I called my mom, I called my sister. I was like, this was the best trip ever. I was like on cloud nine. I was like,
It's just
it was
nice
so fun.
It was just so nice to spend time together when like the only thing you have is dinner plans and you're kind of like
Yeah.
the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
You could do something, you could do nothing, you could do a little shopping, you could do a little gambling. I think I think next year too, we talked about this at Stove. I think you were gone when we talked about this. But where were we driving back from when we went to Old Town, like the old casinos. And which was god awful, I have to be honest with you. We were there for about 15, 20 minutes, and the three of us and my mom all looked at each other and we said, we have to get out of here. We have to leave this place. And we got a car and we left. But on the way back, there's this huge military base thing, and you can like shoot things.
Correction, it's not a military
Oh, sorry, it's not.
base.
It looks like a military base.
Yeah.
It's just someone bought like
Used tanks
a
and
bunch
stuff.
of used tanks and stuff, and you can pay and like spend the day in there like running cars over with tanks and like shooting
And
out of
blowing
the tanks
stuff
and stuff.
up.
And mom was like, book it, let's go today. And you have to like call and make a special reservation. But she was like, next year, let's plan it out.
itinerary.
So like let's
Yeah.
have an itinerary where we're going to the tank one day. We're gonna go do the
indoor skydiving.
indoor skydiving. She's like, let's do all of it. So that's going to be really fun for next year because every year up until now, it's just kind of been a free for all. But I think we would like more
activities during the day.
We went to, you were gone, but we went to, it was like an art museum. They called it.
I was so happy that you guys did that because you wouldn't catch me dead there.
No, you would have loved it.
Sophia,
I
it
swear
was
to God,
so
you would have loved it.
fun.
Especially if like, because we all had a little buzz going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the room changes and it's like sounds
It was
and stuff.
so cool.
And you like just walk through the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you can like go with drinks and stuff. Like you don't, it's not like, you're not like standing
Not me.
there talking about, you're not like, let's talk about Picasso.
Oh, it's like which I don't
like an
mind that, just
experience.
not in.
No, I think you
Vegas.
would have enjoyed it.
I had to
Dad
pull
wasn't-
Shayda out of the room. She was locked in for an extra 30
I
minutes.
was
I had
locked
to pull
in.
her out.
But Dad was like, "This is actually really cool," because
Yeah.
you and Dad are always partners
We're
in
on the same
crime.
page, yeah.
And he actually was really into it.
I feel like I was just talking to my mom about this on the phone. Actually, just got off before I walked in here because we're gonna do Vegas for Luke's show in March, and my mom and dad are gonna come because Shayda's parents are gonna be there. And so she's like, "Yeah, I've been talking to Wynn about the plans," and I was like, my mom's like, "I just love going to Vegas. I just love going to the hotels. I love going to the spa. I love having good dinners." And I was like, that is the only way that Shayda's family has ever done Vegas, and obviously my mom has done it that way. But I was like, that's the only way to do Vegas is good food if you can.
Nice
Like
hotels.
a nice hotel if you can, in the spa. Like I've done Vegas where it's been brutal, but this is the way to do it.
Oh, I've done Vegas brutal, and it was awful.
I've done Vegas brutal, and I vowed to never step foot in Vegas again.
And I was already at that point spoiled, so I went in and did it brutal, and I was like, "This is the worst experience."
That
I've
is
had in
what
my life.
I did. I went with Shayda in college, and then I went for a work trip, and it wasn't brutal. It just like wasn't
The same.
It wasn't the same, and I was like, oh. Like I had a headache the whole time because the casino you could like smoke in it, and it really smelled like smoke. And I was like, I don't love this.
I stayed in a hotel where I was like, everything is sticky.
No.
Like
And
afraid to
it's-
sit on the couch.
I feel like you have to do it once, maybe like that, just to get it. But
just for perspective.
it's like the fact that I've ever stepped foot in a pool there makes me sick to my stomach. You
Yeah.
shouldn't see the daylight when you're there.
No, I do not go outside. I do unless I'm getting into a car. I do not go outside in Vegas.
The first morning we were there, the first night we were there, I was planning to like go out until 5 a.m. So I was crushing vodka Red Bulls, thinking we were gonna have a wild, wild evening. We were in bed by 10 p.m. So I'm tweaking. I fall asleep because I'm drunk, and then I wake up at like 5 a.m. because I have 17 vodka Red Bulls in my system. So I have so much anxiety. So I'm outside pacing. I went to the gym. I'm on the phone with my boyfriend, and she texted me. She's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm on a walk." And she go in all capital letters, "Outside."
I was in utter shock. It's like the most disturbing thing to me when they're like, "Oh," when anyone is like, "We walked the strip," I'm like, "Why? Why would you ever?"
I know I've adapted that because
Yeah.
I'm like, even when I went outside to get on an airport or to go to the airport, I was like, this is.
Yeah, I get like vampiric. Like I see this and I'm like,
It is such an odd experience to be in a place all day and not see the sun.
yeah, it is such an odd experience, but it's like you have to give in. Like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
have to
To
give in
submit.
and submit to the experience, and then you can enjoy it. Otherwise, you're like, I have to see the sky. Like, let's go to the pool. I'm like, no. You don't. It's so
Not here.
upsetting. No,
Not
I'm like,
here.
not here. That's not. You don't touch that water. You don't go to that place.
Last thing on Vegas that I think we have to say is this Chris Stapleton concert was. If you
That's
have
what I was
not
gonna
seen
say.
him live,
The first night, it was the cutest night ever. We went, Sophia hooked us up with Chris Stapleton tickets, and he did this. It was like an auditorium, so like wasn't huge. It was like a couple thousand people, I want to say, maybe like less
Maybe
than 10.
less.
Or yeah, it might have been like just around 2. I don't know. We'd have to look it up, but it was a really small, cool venue. And it's, he played for probably an hour and a half, and he barely talks really, and he just sings. And
his wife is up there
and
with
his
him.
wife is up there doing BGVs, and it was so beautiful. He's such a good artist. We had the best time as a group, and it was also so cute to see my parents, my mom, who knew she was a gigantic Chris Stapleton fan. She was singing every song. I kept turning around and looking at Sophia being like, this is the best night of her life. What is happening
She
right
was
now?
on cloud 9.
Because she always tells me, she's like, I don't listen to any music. You have to send me music. So I'm always thinking like she doesn't know any current stuff. And here she knows the entire album. She knows the discography.
It's that on repeat, apparently.
And she loved it. She wouldn't look away from the stage. I literally could bring tears to my eyes. She was so cute. I can't take it.
It was such a good concert.
It was such a good. I also met my next crush. So
That's true.
at the concert.
That's so true.
Actually, the cutest part of that whole situation was he had looked at somebody. He goes, "Somebody take a picture of us just in case this turns into something." And I was like, "Wait!" And I mean, the picture's really cute. So.
Yeah.
should
You
we,
guys
should we
look
pop
great.
up the photo on the
Yeah.
on the screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a
absolutely.
photo. We need to give him a nickname.
Vegas.
Yeah, or we'll call him Vegas.
Oh, he'll love it.
Yeah, he'll be.
He'll never know about this. Actually, he will never know.
Yep. So Summer has a new crush, Vegas. That's
yeah.
going great. Fun for her. No one else fell in love, unfortunately, on that trip.
Just with each other.
Just with each other. Well, we've always been in love. The 4 of us have all been in love.
I was actually so sad when Sophia left.
No.
It was like,
No.
I was not
There was
well.
a moment the next day when we were getting ready. Was it you? Or no, someone said something funny and we all died laughing and it got quiet for a second. And it was, Madeline goes, Sophia would have said that was so funny. She would have been really laughing right now. And it was such a cute moment because we all were like, where is she? I mean, she went and had the best time of her life in Mexico with her family, but
It was very hard to leave. Like next year,
we're just going to have to
figure
plan.
something
Everyone's
out.
got to plan their family trips according to plan.
Yeah. Well,
We can't be overlapping Sansone and Fasari trips.
Yeah.
It's simply not allowed.
just know that Vegas is already on my calendar for 2027.
Thank you so much.
It's already, and it will be for the next
Forever.
until death do us part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until
it's like
death
repeat
do
every
us
year.
Yeah. Repeat every year. Yes.
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 yes. We'll all have our husbands on the trip because our husbands are all going to be friends with my dad. It's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Love it.
Okay, ladies, let's get into this week's episode. This is a concept that we've talked about a couple times. For those that are unfamiliar, we're about to talk about the box theory. Now, the box theory is this idea that when you meet somebody, they will almost immediately put you into a category. They'll either say, yep, that's my husband, or wife, or this is just a hookup, or this
I
is
could date this person.
I could date this person,
But I
or
don't
this
think-
is literally
yeah.
just a friend. And I think in dating sometimes it can be really hard to, 1, feel like maybe you're being put into a box, or 2, you're putting somebody in a box. So I'd love to dig in a little bit to the box theory. Do you think it's real?
I think it's real, and I think it is a little more prevalent. I mean, I think men are more hard box. Like it's hardwired. I don't know how to say this. I think men are much more stubborn about where they put people in terms of boxes. I think men, if they fight through it enough, they could move a box. They could have themselves. They could switch around a little bit. But I very much think box theory is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's more like of a man thing because, at least for me, like, I could fall in love with anyone. So I could convince myself, oh, we're just friends. He's like my brother. And then all of a sudden, he's the love of my life.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a little more fluid in the sense of moving people around, switching the boxes up.
Yeah.
But I do absolutely think that in the male culture, they are steadfast in how they perceive women. And I think, I don't know who just said it, but like pretty like right off the bat make their decision of like, this is someone I'm just going to hook up with. This is someone I am going to marry. This is someone I'm going to date. And it's tough because they might treat you like you're someone they're going to date when in reality they know that you're just going to be someone they hook up with. So it's like you don't necessarily know what box you're in with them.
Do you guys have any examples where you like maybe felt like you were put in a box? It's like kind of hard to.
It's kind of hard. I feel like I can't say this without sounding a little conceited.
No, say it. Say it.
Because I feel like there's rarely been a man that I've wanted that I couldn't have something with. Maybe there has been a man who I've wanted something more with who wouldn't. That's true, actually. Yeah. I'll say that when I was early 20s, there is a person, I think we've mentioned him before on here, who I was really infatuated with. And I was also really insecure at that time. Like, I was the most insecure I've ever been in my body, in my mind, in my spirit. And I thought desperately that like his attention was the best attention I could ever receive. And so I really hyper-focused on it. And I really wanted him to be my person. And he was like, for whatever reason, that I was only like a hookup person for him.
Yeah.
But he was also, to expand on that, he made me so confused about where I was in my box, in the box theory, if you will, because he came and met my parents. Like, he came into California when we were both in Nashville and met my parents. He would say things privately, but behave differently publicly. Like, it was always...
That's what they do.
Yeah, it was always a head warp. It was always like, I don't really know what's happening right now. And there was enough hope and delusion within myself that I let every little thing that he said matter more than every little thing that he did.
That is so real. Yeah. That is so real. There was a guy in college that if he had wanted something more, I would have been like, oh, absolutely. But do you know who she's saying?
No.
We'll bleep. If wanted more, 100% I totally would have like absolutely pursued more with him. But in a weird way, I never wanted to seem like I wanted more. Like, I was trying to play it cool. So I was like, oh, like, yeah, like we can just hook
Summer
up.
was like the coolest girl I knew in college, like within attitude towards men, and like was just let everything roll off her back. She'd be like, yeah, I don't care. Like,
that's a defense mechanism, baby. And
you had me fooled.
It's haunting me to this day. It's so hard. And that's why I'm in therapy, actually.
Both private and group.
Which we'll talk about later. Yeah, no, but like it was one of those things where, and like I feel like I knew, or I think I always assume in a weird way that what box I'm in. Like, I think my tendency is to assume that it's just a hookup. And so then I almost will like do these like test things where I'm like, well, like, do you like me? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll try to like test them into like, wait, are you thinking more? Cause I never want to be the one to like make the move of like, no, this is more. Because again, if the box theory is real, like maybe it's already made up in their head. Yeah. And I don't want to be wrong.
Yes. Yeah. I'm the same way. Like, I never wanted to look stupid or like be the one that cared more.
Yeah.
And in the end, it like makes you waste so much time on people that have, again, already made up their mind about you. And it's like, I was just a little bit crazier and ripped the Band-Aid off sooner and found out what I was going to find out 6 months later, instead of looking stupid.
Yeah. Now I feel like I'm in a space in my life where like the only men that are getting around me are the men I want to be in my space. And I have made it clear, like, either you're here because we're dating and having fun, or you're here because we're dating for marriage. And like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I feel like I'm very clear about that.
So you have your own boxes for men.
Yes. I do now.
That's fun. I want to get to that level.
And I figured out pretty quickly. Just, I know so deeply the things that are non-negotiable for me that if you don't have them, I just like, my brain just doesn't go there with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how, and maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Do you think for men, part of like this, like, what do you think is a qualifier for men to put a woman in a serious box?
I think men's lists are much shorter than women's.
What's on them?
I think beautiful, kind, loving.
I think it's like
I
someone
think
they
those
can
are
see
the
being
biggest-
the like mother of their children.
Toby, do you agree? Do you think it's much long? I mean, like maybe share some common interests, but I think that like if you're good to them, if you're good to their family, if they're attracted to you, if they're kind and
But how would they know that right off of meeting you?
but I don't know. But I think it's the physical attraction thing first, right? Like
So the attraction comes first for men.
I think.
In terms
well,
of
Toby,
boxing?
tell us.
I think it depends on the person. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
Do you think there's like a general thing though that men?
I would agree that the list is definitely shorter for
Yep.
men usually, but to each their own, right?
Yeah. I teach their own, but I think that like for the most part, right, guys are simpler in the sense that they're like, if I'm physically attractive to you, if you're good to me, and you're like nice or sweet or like I am happy.
Yeah, you're a good person.
Yes.
And I find you attractive. You
Yes.
find me attractive. Yeah.
I think a lot of it
I
is,
think it's very simple. For
one I
men.
would like to throw into that list is they don't make them feel inferior.
Yes.
I think that's a really big one because a lot of guys will like mess around with or put girls in like a hookup box or a situationship box of a girl that's like equally as successful as them, but they actually can't handle being in a relationship with someone like that. And they'll tag them along. So I think
Drag them along. You mean?
drag them along, yeah. Well, I don't even know what I was just saying, but is something that meets on their list.
I think that has been something that I have dealt with in relationships with men is that because I am blessed in my family and in my life, like I don't necessarily, I will never need something from a man. It will never happen. And it constantly becomes it's either a small deterrent or it's something that starts small and becomes huge. Like I remember when I was dating, the conversations that I would have with him is he's like, I'm just waiting for a doctor to come swoop you up. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. Like, you're going to go do this. You don't need me for that. Like, why would you even continue to talk to me? And it was one of those things where it was like, I was so invested in working on this relationship. And because you are so determined to be upset and insecure about your own stuff, I now am no longer interested because of your own stuff, like that you put on me.
Yeah.
You made this a me thing, and it's a you thing, and I can't help you.
Yeah.
And all I can do is stroke his ego, which is like
Does it just like make your insides crawl up inside? You're like,
I love to stroke a man's ego. I have no problem. I love a good man. Everyone, I know I sound so man-hating on this show. I almost said was degrading about our own show, which will not come out of my mouth. I love our show, but I love a good man. I love a smart man. I love a kind man. I love a driven man. I love men. I just don't like when they behave like idiots.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's also very unattractive, I think, to us, a guy that isn't like confident. Like,
Yes.
how many times do I have to tell you that I'm interested in you?
Yeah.
Like, it's very, we just had to deal with that with a guy that I was talking
Yes.
to for a second.
He needed constant.
He wouldn't shut up about like, are you gonna
leave me?
are you
today?
gonna or no, like, are you gonna are you not gonna just like never talk to me again when I
Yeah, are you
leave?
gonna like
And I was
leave here and never talk to me again?
Yeah, and like kept saying it, and I was like, shut, like now you've completely icked me out. Like,
Yeah, you've ruined it.
yeah.
I was going to talk to you the second I left this room, but now I never want to talk to you
Now
back
I
again.
never want to see you again. You've completely destroyed this.
It's so true. And if he hadn't said anything and he had just been like the way he was before when you guys had a great dinner and talked and whatever, then she would have left and she would have probably stroked your ego and said, you're great and I want to see you again and this is awesome and you're so tall and hot.
And
They
I
ruin
think
it for themselves.
Obviously, we want somebody to like know that what they have is special, but it was too much. It was like it was like almost like he needed me to keep telling him how awesome he was. And I was just
which
like,
is
I'm
awful.
exhausted right now. And we've only hung out twice.
Yeah, horrible.
I don't even know your like sister's name.
No, there's nothing worse, Sophia, honestly. There's nothing worse. Because you each want to appreciate the other and you each want to feel special in the relationship, but you can't become cannot become needy and aggressive about needing to be reassured all the time.
Especially in the beginning. I mean, not
Especially in the
at any
beginning.
point really, but like in the beginning, it's just so icky.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't even know you.
No.
You guys, I was asked out for drinks recently by a friend, and I didn't respond. And I got a text from him the next day, and he goes, "Oh, okay," sad face.
Don't
no.
ever, guys. If you are brave, if you are brave enough to ask a woman out, which is wonderful, magical, beautiful, I applaud that. I support that. Do that every day of your life. And you get rejected, it's okay. Move on.
Yeah.
Don't send a fucking sad face.
Oh,
okay.
Sad face.
Maybe
Or
just try
actually-
and unsend it.
I've heard this recently, but where one of my brothers just said, "Oh boy, I think we lost her." Like, and I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
And I was like, see
That's
that, then I'd want to talk to him again. But
Yeah.
like,
then you made me laugh,
that
and
same
now,
guy
and
was
now
like,
I'm
"Oh, are you
confused.
ghosting me?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, shut up!"
No, don't.
Like,
Don't.
It's so.
Who was it who got, it was one of our friends, maybe you'll know Sophia, but or maybe it was one of Carmen's friends, but she said that oh, actually, never mind, I can't say this.
Okay.
Skip right by.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so question: if a guy is attracted to you enough or like likes you enough, is he gonna put you into a box that's like serious more quickly?
If a guy's, wait, say that again.
Like, okay, if a guy likes you enough, is he gonna put you in the serious box like right away?
Yes. So this was something my mom brought up to us when we were in Vegas. And it actually fueled the fire for this episode, which was how weird today's culture is, because there are a lot of people who are just sleeping with each other willy-nilly and creating this false sense of closeness and creating this false sense of like connection when you don't know the other person. And a lot of times, because you're kind of building out of order, the whole thing tumbles and falls, right? Because it's this falsehood that the whole thing is built on because of a physical connection and not an emotional or what, it's just not an emotional connection. There's no real foundation to build upon. I think, please tell me what the original thing that you said was, because there's a connector here for me.
If he likes you enough, does he put you in a box?
I
quickly?
think
A serious
that
box?
For men, it almost doesn't matter when you sleep with them if they've put you in the marriage box, right? Like if he's like, I'd marry this girl next week, you could sleep with him that day, you could sleep with him 3 months from then, and he'll still think you've hung the moon. If you are someone he only ever wants to date or have fun with, you could hold off for 3 months and he still will only ever hang out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think they are so different. And because the love hormone is released differently with women, and it's released when you have physical connection, women can convince themselves that that's now their husband. If you sleep with them too soon, if you get that physical connection happening too soon for women, I think that it can really convolute and confuse things to where you're like, I didn't think this was my person, and because I've given them my physical self, I now don't know what's real and what my brain is firing into my body that I am confusing with reality.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, this brings us to our next part of this, which is like, is there a too soon when sleeping with somebody? And I think what you just said is really valid. One thing that I shared with you guys after my ex and I broke up was that I really wanted to basically like not sleep with somebody until I was a certain amount in, because I know myself in the sense that like I'm so persuasive that, and the hormones that flood your body, it's like I know that my blinders will start to be on and I will feel this emotional intimacy with somebody because of the physical intimacy, and I'll start saying crazy shit about how this is perfect, and it's like literally nothing that I want. I'm like, oh my God, yes, like he like drives a forklift and I'm obsessed, and he doesn't want kids. Perfect, like me neither. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just something that I know about myself, and I think it's like for me, I do feel like there is a too soon.
Yeah.
I 100% think there is a too soon. I think that there's an interesting thing, because I feel like there's always been the rule of 3, right? And it's I've heard it differently, but I've heard it differently for years. It's always been the same thing. It's either 3 dates, 3 weeks, or 3 months. And I think that a case can be made for either. And I think it more has to do with how you are as a woman, less than how they are as a man. Because,
okay, wait, expand on that.
Well, because I don't think you're really changing their mind. Like, they believe what they believe about you. So either they're going to get the cookie and stay, or they're going to get the cookie and run. Or they're going to get the cookie, have a little fun, and then run. Those are the things that they're going to do. But I think you as a woman need to figure out what box they actually are in for you, and then have a conversation about that, and then choose moving forward or not. Like, I think you really have to withhold that physical for you. And whether that's 3 dates, 3 weeks, or 3 months, like that's something you have to figure out for yourself, and then you have to behave accordingly.
Yeah.
And that's my personal belief. And also, you have to remember, in moving through this world these days, like, and it was Sophia's brother who said this to me, but he was like, you are the prize. Like, you're the prize. You need to not be concerned with how he feels, what he's doing, what's going on, because it's all lip service anyways until you really know him as a person, and you really know whether or not his actions line up with what's coming out of his mouth, or what he's really doing, or what he really believes. He could tell you he's going to sell you the moon date 1, and that's not the truth, right? Like, watch what he does, watch how it makes you feel, and if that's the person you want, make the moves accordingly. Like, and pray that he is who you think he is, and be that. But I think that's where I stand around the when is too soon.
Do you think sleeping together too early removes some of like the chase or the mystery? Because I feel like men are wired in a sense for chase, for, you know, working towards something. And I will say this, like, you know, we're being honest here, right? Okay. So after my relationship ended, I was seeing somebody, and I was intimate with them, and I felt like I was intimate with them too soon. And I noticed that the pursuit of me ended almost immediately.
See, but I think that person had put you in a box of like, I'm not going to marry this person.
That's I agree with you, but the leading up to it was very convincing. That's the part
lip
that
surface.
It wasn't just lip surface.
Wait,
it
what
was
is lip
also
surface?
action.
I've never heard that before.
Like talk.
That's just all words. Like, I truly believe.
Are you saying surface or service?
Service.
Oh, okay.
I really believe
Ears are
people in general need to stop paying attention to the words that come out of someone's mouth. Like, I don't care. A man could write me a 100-page sonnet. I don't care. I don't care until I have 2 years of behavior that backs up the sonnet. Like, it's all just nonsense. I am a songwriter. I wanted to build a career off of writing words that made me money. Like, and that wasn't the basis for why I loved music, just to be clear. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I was around a lot of boys and girls who could write the most beautiful things, and they were fuckers. They were fuckers in reality.
Yeah, but that sucks when you're a words of affirmation person.
Yes.
Because I love words.
I love words.
Like, I love being complimented. I love being told I'm the shit. I love all of that.
Yes, I want you to tell me I'm the most beautiful, magical, wonderful person you've ever seen in your entire life. And then I want you to always have at least one finger touching my skin.
And also bring me gifts.
Yes. And also take me to dinner.
It's very funny because in the beginning of mine and Nick's relationship, his actions were all there. Like, I've never been in a more comfortable relationship, like right off the bat. Like, he felt like my best friend right away. And we were going through all of the physical motions of being in a relationship.
Yeah, how long was it before you guys? It was like months. It was like half a year. And I was like,
and
wait,
I was
before what?
Before he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I like, so in his mind, because again, I would have these conversations where I'm like, is this serious? Like, what's going on? Giving him the opportunity to be like, I would love to define the relationship. And he was just like, yeah, like, I'm in it for the long haul. Like, I'm in this. And I'm like, then fucking say something. And we would have those conversations all the time. And I'm still letting these like obnoxious Hinge notifications pop up on my phone that he's like very obviously seeing, and like is like, oh, you should get that. And I'm like, can you just like grow a pair of balls?
Keep him on his toes.
Yeah. But he was like, I just thought that like I had missed the opportunity to ask you, and now we're like knee deep in a 10-year relationship, and I was too nervous to like go backwards. He's like, I thought
like,
we had just gone past it, and like we skipped that phase. And I'm like, we didn't skip it. I want it. Like that's important to me, and I had to express that. But like it was so funny. I'd never been in a situation where I'm like, this person is getting me flowers every week, like making me dinners, taking me out, treating me like the best I've ever been treated, but hasn't asked me to be his freaking girlfriend because he thinks it's already been stated.
This.
Like I was just so irate for so long about it. Like it would like rack my brain. I'm like, why hasn't he asked? And like, it was just a really big point of contention in our relationship.
How did he ask you then?
He took me to dinner and he wanted some signs to me. Like he made a big show of it afterwards to like make up for it.
Did you ask him? Did you point it out?
Yeah, they had to have a
Yeah, we had
conversation.
the whole conversation. I'm like, it's.
She had like a breakdown. Don't you remember this? She was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
and I was like, you have to just say something.
Yes. And we did. We had a big long talk on my couch, and he's like, oh my God, like I thought we'd been past it. I thought we were on the same page. And I'm like, I'm not, because you never asked me. Like it was the principle of it for me. And
But
so
communication is important.
I love
Correct.
clear communication.
correct.
Shoot me straight.
I love clear communication.
Yeah.
That's hot.
So
It is hot. Communication, hot.
yeah. Now we really
Lip
communicate.
service, not.
Not so hot. Okay, so do you think some women will withhold physical intimacy more as like a strategy of like trying to
Yes.
Yes.
and at the you kind of mentioned
Yes.
it before. It's like maybe you do wait 3 months and it doesn't even matter because they've already put you in that box.
I don't think it matters because I
Yeah.
genuinely think it's like a switch of that. They love the chase, and as soon as the chase is over, the game is over for them because they've already put you in a box of you're not my wife. I'm just playing this game with you because it's entertaining you, which is like so messed up.
You know, in a weird way though, I kind of feel like, at least for myself, and maybe you guys can speak to this too, like I feel like I kind of know right away too if I'm like, oh yeah, I would date this person or I wouldn't. Like it may be fun, it may be like a situation, maybe I get confused along the way, but like kind of immediately I'm like, oh yeah, I would date that person.
But I think, like you just said, having sex too soon can like blur
Blur it
that.
even more.
And when you're like, oh wait, do I feel something? Because then
Yeah.
a lot of times once you do give up the cookie and they run away, you're like, oh well, now I like them even more. It like turns something
Well, rejection messes with you.
on. Yes, it hurts your ego, and you're like, well, I wasn't even really into them in the beginning, and now they don't want me anymore after I slept with them. So what's the issue? Is it can't be me, and so it like festers in your brain, and you become more infatuated with them than you were in the beginning.
I think people really, and I think people really like the game of it. There is an ego aspect to a lot of dating because who doesn't want to be chosen? Who doesn't want to feel loved? Who doesn't want to like feel like picked in a sense? And I do think what you said before, which is like, okay, no, baby, you're doing the picking. Like, what do you want? And I think that's like a good switch. And I think that's comes with maturity and knowing yourself and getting really clear about like what actually does work for me. But I would be lying if I said there's not a big ego aspect and like, I just want to collect a bunch of people that really like me. Come on.
The picking thing is really an interesting thing. This just brought back a memory. The other night when we were at Red Door, we were out for Kyle's birthday, and
What a blast.
it was such a blast.
We all dressed up as different versions of Kyle's.
We all dressed up as Kyle's, different versions of Kyle. We had like tuxedo Kyle. I was camo Kyle.
Lots of sweatpants, Kyle.
We had a lot of sweatpants Kyle. But it was a blast. And we ended the night at Red Door, and a man walked over to our table. He wasn't bad looking, but he walked over and he goes, ladies, I'd like to make an announcement. He had the whole table be quiet down. It's like 6 of us women. We all turn and look at him. And he goes, do any of you want me at all? and he just stood there and stared. And we go, thank you so much. No. and he goes, are you serious? And I turn around, I go, young man, can I help you?
Wait, how old did you think he was?
Early 20s.
Oh, okay. Honestly, the
24.
ball's on him.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No, it was huge.
We need more of that,
No,
actually.
I said, this is actually phenomenal. I'm actually applaud you for coming over. I love how brave you are. This is great. I go, the error you made here is you pulled us all into one big old lump. And what you should have done is come over with one specific target, and she would have felt special, and she probably would have given you a chance.
That's so true.
And he was like, but you're all so stunning. And I go, and we are, but you still got to pick one. You still got to pick.
He was shooting in a barrel of fish and still didn't get one.
He was like, I like this whole barrel. I'll take any one of them. Which was so cute. But I was like, buddy, brother, you got to.
That's good advice, Shada.
Yeah.
Guys, this is good advice from Shada.
Thank you so much.
Don't shoot your shot at the entire table. You got to pick one.
Pick one. And you can sit at your table for an hour and secretly observe like a little stalker. That's okay. Just come on over and be direct with absolutely one of them. Just say, hi, my name's James. I think you're beautiful. I know you're having lunch with your ladies. Can I get your number? I'd love to text you. That's all. That's all. And she will either say, thank you, yes, so much, or I'll take your Instagram and I'll follow you, or you can take my, like, there will either be a door closed or a little door left ajar, and that is your in. That's all.
That's great. You know, this actually brings us to our next part of this, which is attraction. And there's kind of this theory that women will date below their looks where men will not. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to get your opinion on that.
A girl will give a nice guy a chance that she's not attracted to because he's nice, but a guy would never do that to a girl.
Guys, I have to talk about the night again.
Go,
I have to talk about Kyle night again. At Red Door, I'm in a fight with our friend BK. And
as you saw on our social media.
Yeah, as you saw on our social media, I was screaming at him. If you saw, I was absolutely screaming at him. One, we were playing a game, okay, and he was hammered, and we were doing, it was a game called I Assume. And so you had to look at somebody and be like, I assume you would do this rather than do that. And if I guessed right that you would rather do the thing, you had to take a drink. And if I lost and you would actually do the other thing, I would take a drink. So I would look at Summer and say, I would assume you'd rather become a redhead before you'd become a brunette. And she'd go, no, I'd actually become a brunette. And then I'd go, shit, I'll have to take a drink. So the statement that was made that was so atrocious and out of left field for BK was,
he said this about you?
No, Ms. looked at me and she goes, you would rather
date a 4
who was kind to you, good to you, and gave you what you needed than date a 10 who didn't. And I said, absolutely, I would date a 4 before I would date the 10. And he was like, what? He goes, what are you talking about? He was like, the 10's going to give you what you need. There are 10. Yeah, I know you'd want the 10. Everyone wants the 10. And I was like, no, like if the 4 is going to give me what I need and the 10 is not, I'm going for the 4 all day. And I go, and he goes, he goes, well, you guys are all liars. I'm going for the 10. And I would get everything I need from the 10. And I looked at all the girls. I go, ladies, what would you choose? Yep. Sophia's recording to send it. All the ladies at the table go 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. They all chose 4. And he goes, this makes no sense. I would always get what I needed from the 10. And I was like, this is why you see so many beautiful women with ugly men. And this is why you're all so confused, because this doesn't even make sense to a man. That it doesn't even, it would
never
never
comprehend
it would never clock to you that a 4 could give you something that you couldn't find with whatever it is that's going on to you. And women, there's such a scarcity mindset that we're like, if this 4 can manage to bring me smiles, take care of me, love me, adore me, and think I hung the moon, I will fall in love with him, and I will enjoy the rest of my life with this adorable little 4.
Also, an attractive 10, like physically attractive 10, is so ugly the second that like
ugly.
They're like from the inside, like it makes them ugly. Speaking from personal experience,
I also tried to stay.
They immediately are ugly.
They're immediately ugly.
It's gross.
And I tried to explain that to him too, and he couldn't fathom it. He couldn't understand it. He couldn't fathom it. And I just started screaming. I started screaming, and then I realized that I was a fool because I was just allowing myself to be.
I was just gonna
talked
say
out like a crazy person, and then I looked at him and this is actually what made it 10 times worse, and this doesn't have anything to do with this conversation, but I was like, you know what, BK, I'm actually done talking to you for the night because we will get nowhere. And he goes, yeah, because you know I'm right, and I was like,
You can only meet people where they're at, Shayna. You can only meet people where they're at.
I was like, you're not right.
That would make me. That comment alone would make me flip a table.
What I have to say.
On the bright side, I guess all of you can just have as shitty of personalities as you want now, and you'll still be fine.
Yeah, we'll still be fine. Well, I'm not.
Thank you,
I
Dugan.
think I have a pretty cool personality, and I'm still single as can be.
Wow. What an odd take from BK. And I hope you listen.
He does listen.
I know.
He wants.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
know.
love this, actually.
And you want to know what? That's why I think we should have him on.
No, you know why we can't have him on? Because he would scream into the microphone and he wouldn't let me get a word in.
We would have Toby control his volume.
What do you think?
If we could give him a mic that we could turn on, if we raise our hands, the mic gets turned off.
We'll just have like a button and it mutes
I'd
him.
vote for BK.
I
He's
agree.
hysterical.
It mutes him. He needs to be muted. If I have a button where I can mute BK anytime I want, I'll have BK on.
Why do we think that is, though? Is it like an evolutionary thing? Is it why do you think men would rather, let me rephrase that. Why do we think women would rather give a quote unquote uglier guy a chance?
Because I think we care more about those things maybe than men do.
Yeah,
like we care more about getting our emotional needs met, our like physical needs met, those things more than a guy does. He's like, if she's beautiful, she makes things work for me, then I'm good. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the inverse of what Sophia said, like a bad personality on a 10 makes him ugly. Like
Correct.
a wonderful personality on a 4 makes him attractive to a woman. Like if he's a good man, if he's a smart man, if he's an honorable man, if I see him taking care of me, of my friends, of my family, him doing the right thing, him taking the initiative, I find him attractive.
Yeah. There's so many times when the girls in our group will talk about like something their boyfriend did, and we're like, "That's so hot."
It's so hot.
It's so hot, regardless of their physical appearance. It's literally the action. We're like, "That's the
hot.
hottest thing they've ever done."
Sophia, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna say that I've heard like the guys in my family say that a personality can really make somebody more beautiful too. Like
Which
they're
you love.
yeah. So
incredible.
like yeah.
So there are
I
some
thought all
men.
men.
There are. I was going to say that's incredible because it means that they're good. They're good men. Yeah, like that's a good deep man, right? That like the personality and like partnership deeply affects them. But I think that is a test to being raised by men or men who are being raised by women who are like, you will notice like a good woman. You will see the attributes of a good partner in your woman. Like I think that there's been such a survivalist mindset with women towards men for so long, and women had no choice but to stay in relationships that they maybe didn't love or stay with men they didn't love because they legitimately, I think up until Dugan, please fact check me, I think it was like 1988 when it finally became, they got rid of the law. There was a law that you could refuse rent to a single mom with children.
Yeah. And they also couldn't open bank accounts.
They couldn't open bank accounts. They couldn't have anything without a signature from a man. They couldn't buy things. Like there was a dependency for women on men. Is that true? Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. And thank you. And but like now I think it's so confusing for men because they were raised by men who had that understanding, that survivalist mindset of like, that's my wife and she can't go anywhere if she tried.
Yeah.
To like, actually, I make my own money. I have the degree. I own a home. I don't know what you're bringing to the table is how you treat me
And how you make me feel.
and how you make me feel.
I'm not dependent on you whatsoever.
And it's confusing. It's confusing when you have not been raised by women who had you understand that.
Yeah.
Lastly, I just have to vouch for my friend BK. I think he was just having fun and trying to get under your skin.
Well-
I think BK's a great man.
BK better watch his mouth. BK better watch his mouth because one of us has a mic and he don't yet.
Well, what do you think? Do you think BK has potential?
No, I adore BK. I think BK does have some things he's got to figure out about girls.
Okay.
No, stop.
Okay.
I think that's a thing I think about a lot of dudes. It's not BK specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 99% of men I know.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry,
well,
BK.
let me ask you this. you've got a man that makes you feel a certain way, and maybe he doesn't have all
A
of
good
his
way or a bad way?
in a good way.
Oh.
But he doesn't have all of his shit together. Do women fall in love with the potential of like what men could be more than like the reality of like who they are?
I think as long as they have a plan of like where they want to be, you know what I mean?
But is that lip service?
I think you have to observe for a little bit.
Yes.
You have to see like, okay, are they telling me, yeah, they're going to do all this, blah, 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 blah. And then over the course of 6 months, I see them do not one actionable thing to actually achieve what they're yapping about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's icky.
Yeah.
But if I see them like day in and day out doing all the extra things they need to be doing to achieve those goals, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
One thing I'm trying to like get through my brain is this idea that like the person that you meet is really the person that they're going to be. Like we're all 30. Like there's not a lot of I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of crazy change that happens between now and 60. Like if somebody is a liar at 30, they're probably a liar at 60. Wow. If somebody is really detail oriented at 30, they're probably really detail oriented at 60. And I think, and I could speak again to my past relationship, like there were so many things that I was like, okay, no. Like if this person does this, like this will make me happy. I remember like I wanted my ex to like read more. He wasn't a fucking reader. Like he never picked up a book.
You can't read.
And
Jury's out.
and it was one of those things where it's like, I'm trying to change this person into who I want them to be so bad. But at the end of the day, the person that's in front of me is the person that he is. And like, why am I trying to change this person? And I think one thing I'm trying to do, like, as I'm in, like, getting back into dating is like, the person in front of me is the person that will likely be the person that I see in 30, 40, 50 years.
You go first.
Well, I was going to say I half agree with you.
Go.
Because
That's what I was going to say too.
thanks, Queen. You tell me if I'm on the same path you are, which is that I was thinking about who my father is today. And my mom met him when he was 24, I think, and I was already her child. And he was still in college, and he had like never done anything, never tried a drug, never, like, I don't even know if he'd really even had a sleepover in his life. He was still in the Naval Academy, and he had so much to learn. And he had his own Rolodex of issues that I think are, for the most part, remedied now at his age of 50, 56. But I think what was the important thing that she saw there was building block things, right? Like he is an honorable man. He is an honest man. He is a giving man. He is a protective man. He is a very smart man, a very driven man. Like those things won't change. A liar doesn't change its stripes.
Yes.
A cheater, to me, doesn't change its stripes. And that it's different if you were 17 and you cheated on your boyfriend and you were 27 and you cheated on your boyfriend. Those are different things, just to clarify. But like a cheater, a liar, a scammer, like a dishonest business person, a lazy person, those things to me don't change. But those are building block core pieces of being, right? Like, so those things don't change for me. Everything surrounding those things, I think, can be malleable. Like who my father is now is not who he was 22 years ago at all. Like at all. So I think that once you find the building blocks of a person, as they also find in you, right? Like I enjoy like the core pieces of who I am, and I want to find someone who enjoys that and reciprocates that as well. Like I know I still have so much to learn, and I've been through so much in my life. Like I hope the person I am at 50 doesn't recognize the person I am at 34. So I think yes to what you said, caveat with what I said.
Yeah, I was going to say something pretty similar in the sense of like, I look at my dad, who now is in a very different phase of his life than he was when we were growing up. And not that like reading is the end all be all, but like I hadn't seen my dad pick up a book my entire life. And now every day it's like his favorite thing. He like sits with my mom and they read their Kindles together and they like swap books. And that's like, obviously it's a small thing that you mentioned, but I do think there are little things that they're not deal breakers like, do you think it's a deal breaker if your partner doesn't read?
No, but I think that there's a deeper thing to it, which is like, do they have a desire to like better themselves?
Okay.
Or, you know,
So
there's
that's
always
like
a deeper
yes,
thing to,
okay.
which I think goes back to like what you said, which is like, there's a core to the person.
Correct.
That all these little lifestyle things kind of spurn off of.
Correct. I think that's maybe a better way to phrase it, because it's like, I think people can pick up and drop hobbies for the better or worse all throughout their life, and they're not necessarily a core value. That's more of like what you want to look for in someone, and what I think is not going to change 20, 30, 40 years down the road. So yeah,
I agree.
my dad reads now. Books on his Kindle.
Okay, so do you think that in general, though, women should look at what is rather than like what could be? Because I do think there's a lot of fantasizing over like, oh my God, this person that I met at the bar last night that I went home with and I slept with, I think this could be my husband because he blah, 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 and there's like a whole fantasy aspect
I
to it.
think you pay attention to what is. And that also aligns with what could be. Meaning so,
Both.
But meaning like, did this person say I'm going to start a company in the next 2 years? And are they currently driven? Like, do I see them going and getting up in the morning, going to the gym, going to their 9 to 5, and then coming home and spending an hour or two on this business plan? Do I see them, you know, whatever it is, right? Like, this man is an honorable man. Do I see him actively opening up doors and treating me how I want to be treated and respecting his mother and his family and his relationships and, you know, whatever else it is? Do I see these building blocks that are going to show me that he potentially will be a good dad one day? Like, that is like, let the now tell you what the future is going to be. Don't imagine what his future is going to be. Let him show you who he is and how that's going to play out for the long term.
I love it. I have a game for us to play as we close out this episode. It is called Potential or Promise. Potential being the negative thing, promise being like the positive thing.
Okay.
So,
Sophia, you're going to play this game too.
you're going to play with us. And it's just quick yes or no's. Like, or no, it's just quick potential, the bad thing, or promise, the good thing. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay.
He's going to name things, and if you think it's potential being bad, like it's not real, say potential. If it's promise, and you think it's promising that he's going to be that, say promise.
Okay. He makes $50,000 a year, but has a detailed vision board for the business he wants to build once he saves up enough money.
Promise.
Promise.
He talks constantly about the app he's going to launch, but hasn't started because he's perfecting the idea.
Potential.
Yeah.
Potential?
Yeah, I just realized that after my last one.
Say it again. Sorry.
So he talks constantly about the app that he's going to launch, but he hasn't started working on it yet because he's perfecting the idea.
Potential.
Okay, he works a stable corporate job that he doesn't love, but he invests consistently and has zero debt.
Wait, can you repeat it? I'm so sorry.
He works a stable corporate job he doesn't love, but he invests consistently and he has zero debt.
I think it's potential. He can always make a career change.
You mean promise?
Promise.
I think promise. He's investing like smartly. He's making good investments.
But he just like hates his job.
But he has like a plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Slight ick, but all good.
No.
Okay. He says he's hold on. Okay. He lives with roommates at 34, but he is aggressively saving and can show you the numbers.
But for saving for what?
Like to buy a place.
Potential.
Promise, potential.
At 34? I don't know. I guess I'm going to say, what's the good one again? Promise. And I better get a fat ring.
Okay.
I'm switching mine to promise.
Okay. Promise. Okay. We're going to switch out of money for a second. We're going to go to emotional availability. Okay. He says he's bad at texting, but always responds eventually and shows up in person consistently.
Potential.
Promise.
Promise.
Bad, good, good.
There's no chase there.
No, but
Wait, okay, so he always
He
shows up
never
in
texts
person?
you.
yeah, but he said that he's
bad at texting.
bad at
Oh,
texting.
no,
but
actually
he
take
shows,
this. How
but he
are we
shows
dating?
up
Are
in
we just
person.
starting to date? Because
I don't have the whole backstory, girl.
I'm going back to bad potential, because if you're interested in me, you should be
You
a
make
good
the
texter.
time.
Yeah.
Potential.
He doesn't text much between dates, but he plans solid dates and always follows through every time.
Potential.
Does,
You
is
should
he
be
calling
beginning,
me
it's
though?
Promise.
I have no follow-up, girl. You got to go off of what we're saying here.
Potential.
Potential?
Promise.
Promise. Okay. He canceled your first 2 dates for legitimate reasons, but immediately rescheduled and is very excited to see you.
Promise.
Promise.
Okay. He's very intense. He was very intense with you for the first 2 weeks that you were talking, and now he's mellowed out.
Potential.
Potential.
Yeah, potential.
Is that love bombing?
Yeah,
God,
he's a-
I love
he's a
love
love
bombing.
bomber.
I think I'm a love bomber too.
I might be too.
Honestly, same.
All right. You're not immediately physically attracted to him, but he's emotionally intelligent and very kind.
Promise.
Promise.
We got to put our money where our
Promise,
mouth
sorry.
is on that one,
Promise.
girl.
Promise.
Yeah, Shade, I'm not sure.
I can, as long as you're not, I'm sorry, world. I need tall and I need goes to the gym. As long as you don't look like an ogre,
That's her.
I can love you. I know
Okay.
I can.
And we can work on it.
He's
Yeah.
extremely attractive, but you're not sure you have conversational chemistry.
Potential.
Yeah,
potential.
potential.
Yeah, potential.
Potential. I need to be, I have to talk to you for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Horrible.
He says he's never met a woman like you.
Potential and liar.
That'll work on me.
Promise.
That works. That'll get me.
Promise, because he probably hasn't.
Facts, girl. Come on.
Promise.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one.
imaginary
I'm so
man.
mad at him.
He says he wants a strong woman, but he seems intimidated when you're in power.
Potential.
Promise.
Bad.
Oh,
Potential.
potential. I don't understand these words.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Very
bad.
I
bad.
should have changed the word.
It will only get
too
worse.
I know. Why are we doing potential?
Day by day. Yeah, the potential and promise mean the same thing.
All right, last one. He calls himself ambitious, but he sleeps till 10 every day.
Potential.
Some people are night owls.
Don't sleep
though.
in.
Oh, wait, actually, here's the last one. I think this is a good one because I would love to hear your input on this. He says you inspire him to level up.
Is he actually leveling
Promise.
up though?
I think that's promise.
Promise. I always hear like billionaires talk about this, or like multi-millionaires. They're like, my wife made me this. Like she pushed me and made me this. There's this billionaire. He literally talks about. He's like, my wife looked at me when I was a multimillionaire and said, this isn't good enough for you. You're gonna go do this. And he was like, it caused like a big fight for us. He was like, but I now realize that she was completely right.
I think there's also something to be said for like him knowing that like it's the chase. Like you're out of his league or almost in a sense, or you want to do more for this person that
Her,
you love
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
It's also like that concept of like all women are high maintenance. Choose one in your price range and shut up.
Yeah. But I think like we've talked about, a good woman will make a man, like will push a man to do so much more than like he could have without. And that's why I think like it's so lame when guys are like, oh, I'm not like, I don't want to get married yet because I'm not where I want to be, or it's not like I don't have enough on my plate. And it's like, you can do that and have a relationship. I'm
Yes.
going to make you better if we're meant to be together.
Yes.
I was just talking to a girl about that recently. Who the hell was I talking about?
What were you gonna say, Sophia?
I was gonna say so sad for me and triggering because that happened to me where a guy was like, I'm not ready to like settle down. Like I really want to be able to support whoever I'm with. Like, so like, you know, I want to make sure you know that like you're not gonna be my girlfriend. Got a girlfriend a month later. So apparently I wasn't
But you know
enough of a
what?
muse.
But you know what? I think you were a price tag he could never afford.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah.
That
He's I'm potential.
No, your promise. Your
Yeah,
promise,
I'm-
baby, in this example.
no, she was promised, but that was a promise he couldn't buy.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
That's all right. We weren't meant for each other.
Well, any wrapping up thoughts here? Do we want to round out this episode with any final thoughts? What do we think? Is the box theory real?
Yes.
Yes. Is it too soon to sleep with somebody? Sometimes, but maybe not. I
It
think
depends
there's-
on you,
I
the
think
woman.
it depends.
I think you have to listen to your head and not your heart. I think you have to watch actions, not listen to words. And I think we all as ladies need to band together and start making these men need to be moved into a scarcity mindset around here. And girls have to start getting that into their heads and quit letting these men play around. That's my final thought.
You heard it here, folks. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share, comment, do all the things. We love you so much, and we will see you next time. Mwah!
Bye, babies.